Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark McGee. I'm a Rotarian with the Southwest Pacific County Peninsula Rotary. Because you are here for the auction, I'm sure you'd be interested in hearing about how we use your funds that you graciously donate to support the Rotary and the Rotary's work. What we'll see next are presentations from both fellow Rotarians as well as community members on how Rotary funds, Rotary programs, and Rotary volunteer networks have been used to support community-wide efforts. As with so many things these days, these are coming to you via video conference from people's living rooms and dining rooms, kitchens, sometimes places of work, which incidentally is where most of the work was done over the last year and a half or so as well. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Lynn Raymer. I am a Rotarian. Rotary is partnered with Luggage of Love to provide comfort to children in crisis in Pacific County. To provide hope and dignity to foster and vulnerable children in the midst of sadness and uncertain situations that are beyond their control. With money from this auction, with donations in kind, and a grant from Long Beach Elks, we are able to provide comfort bags with both essential items and comfort items, and a few other items as well as needed. No more garbage bags to bring their things to their new home. Each bag comes with things like a pillow, a blanket, and a stuffed animal of some kind, and as well as a bag full of essential grooming things like comb, brush, soap, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, those kind of things. For kids that are old enough to manage using them, we put in a flashlight so that they've always got light that they can have with them. We also put in a duffel bag so that they can bring other clothes and things, because the bags are fairly full. We try to give especially for the older kids, but they don't have to be very old to appreciate a handwritten card. They don't need to be able to read it to appreciate it. And so we try to put a little card in there with encouragement, something to let them know that somebody cares.
Hi, I'm Kathy Long. I'm a member of the Peninsula Rotary Club, and it's been my pleasure for quite a few years now to volunteer at the Back to School event. Now, this event is where the kids from the Peninsula, and it includes NACEL students, they can come and they get a brand new backpack, and then they get all the school supplies that they need to start the year for free. The goal for Back to School is to encourage education in the kids and for an excitement. And there's nothing more exciting than having brand new backpack and new school supplies. Rotary is a big supporter of Back to School. Last year, there were 4 Rotarians working on the event, and the Rotary Club gave a large donation of money to Back to School, which they really do need help with. So a lot of the families that come are poor. I mean, they don't have, and some of them have like 4 and 5 kids, and to put all those supplies together is expensive. So it really helps the families. In 2020 or last year, during COVID, 359 children received backpacks, and that's from ages K through 12. They also, at the event, they partner with local salons. They gave out 50 free haircuts, which is very cool. So not only do you get your backpack, but you get to look good too. Peninsula Poverty Response was there, and they gave out hygiene products for the families. And they also spent some time asking the families if they need any resources, because they connect them with different resources in the community. The school link is through Ellie Rozer. She comes every year just to talk to the kids and pick out anybody she can that she can connect with. So she's an important part of our event. Now, in previous years, when it wasn't COVID, the hospital would come and put up a small table, the library, CCAP, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. When Boys and Girls Club was still running, they would have a table, and food for kids backpacks were there also. So they had all these different resources that the families could go around and tap into, which was really great. Now, for me, it was really fun it's been really fun to be there and to help, because the smiles on the kids' faces are just adorable. And the parents are so grateful that for the help. So that's always been such a huge encouragement for me. And you know that the event is really a big success when you see the families and the smiles.
One of the beauties of Rotary is that we can work on every level and generate enthusiasm at every level of our work, local, state, national, international, and it all works together to make a better club, to generate more enthusiasm in the club, and to generate more benefits for the community and for the whole world that we're part of. I am so proud that Rotary works at every level, including the level of Peninsula children, all the way up to big picture disease eradication work worldwide. One of many reasons that I'm really proud to be a Rotarian is Rotary International's work all across the globe on eradicating polio virus. Those of us who are really old remember when polio didn't have any control measures at all before the vaccine. And parents everywhere were really scared of a disease that could come out of nowhere. Nobody was sure why or how, and it could leave their children paralyzed for life. When polio vaccine came about, parents everywhere who had access to the vaccine jumped to get it to their children. It was at least as fierce as the COVID vaccine of 2021. After smallpox was eradicated, Rotary International, to its great credit, turned its attention to polio virus as the next virus that we could eliminate from the whole world if we did the people stuff right and got every child vaccinated in every country all around the world. That requires a network of really flexible people dedicated to service all over the globe, and Rotary's been a big part of that, with fundraising where there was money but no polio, vaccination programs everywhere, because we're all at risk as long as there's polio anywhere. We're all at risk everywhere. Plus, in the countries that still had polio virus, tight surveillance, control measures, targeted vaccinations, and a lot of people power to convince people of what they needed to be convinced of and to get the job done to get rid of polio virus. We've had great success. We are probably within 10 years of eradicating the last wild polio virus from the world, and I am proud of Rotary's role in making that happen.
I'm talking with you about a project that we partnered with other Rotary clubs around the US and beyond to fund the creation of a hygiene center in Africa for young women so that they could attend school. Among the barriers to their attending school and getting educations are lack of access to hygiene products, like for menstruation, and also the inability to access safe places for toileting activities. And this has bigger implications than just allowing these girls to go to school and have clean bathrooms. One of the things that we've learned is that worldwide, women are especially vulnerable to physical and sexual assaults during toileting activities. And when they don't have a clean, safe space to do that, the experience of an assault can ruin not just their education, but their whole lives if they don't have a means of working through the trauma. It's much easier to prevent the trauma. And this is a great way to do that. And we have learned that when we support women and their education, their whole families and the entire communities benefit. So this is a project that has a tremendous ripple effect on the good that can be done from different Rotary clubs working together for a major project that can impact hundreds of thousands of lives just from starting in one locale.
My name is Ellie Rozer. I am the Family Resource Coordinator and McKinney-Vento Liaison, which is a federal program that supports homeless students in our area. It is a nationally recognized program. And I work for the Ocean Beach School District here on the Long Beach Peninsula. I cover all 5 schools, all the students, and all of the parents. And there is only one of me. So all of the supports from the community, especially the Rotary, has been very helpful in my job. The Christmas Angels program is a gift giving program to help the local students birth to 12. And it is available November through December in our community. The Rotarians gather names from, actually this year it was an online registration form to help with the call center, because each student or child gets to get at least 2 gifts, mostly clothing and educational toys, but there are other things that come through. It is the donors. They can go around to the different Christmas trees that are around our community, pull an angel. On the angel, it has a child's gender, age, and the wish list items. It then lets the potential donor go and do their own shopping and then return the gifts back to where they originally picked up the angel. And then from there, the families without the kids usually get to come down on a specified pickup day and pick up their gifts that were presented. If their family was not chosen from a tree, the Rotarians do shopping. About a week or 2 prior to the end of the event, we have lots of Rotarian angel shoppers that are out there filling the needs and the requests for the families. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Clothing for Kids program. 3 years ago, I had written a grant and requested some funding because I noticed there was a gap of needs for our local students. And the gap was to cover our 13 and older students. Our students can go to school up until their 21st, the year of their 21st birthday. It was the need for school clothes for our older kiddos. I feel like everybody has a fresh start and a better opportunity when you look good and you feel good. Not all of our kids in our district have that opportunity. And so this program was a no barrier program. We could serve over 100 students each year with a shopping trip over to Ross in Warrenton. So our partners with that were the Rotarians, Ross Dress for Less, Ocean Beach School District to provide transportation for the families that could not go on their own, and myself that volunteers at every one of the shopping days, which is a fun event. All of the kids get to go through. They get bags of new clothes, big smiles on their faces, and they really, really have a good time. You could tell some of these kids have never shopped before. they just didn't even know how to move hangers on a rack. And when they got to leave with all of their new favorite fun school clothes, it's just heartwarming. And I'm so happy to be able to be a part of that every year.
I'm Kevin Wojcik, resort manager at the Lighthouse Oceanfront Resort, and we're sitting here in the lobby of the Grambo Courts Tennis Center. With me is Roman Shada.
Hi, my name is Roman Shada. I'm the tennis and pickleball director here at the Lighthouse Oceanfront Resort.
And yeah, this is a great opportunity for us to thank Rotary and the partnership we have with them, helping fund and create a lot of opportunities for volunteers to come in and help us, putting on events mostly for youth in the community, with both pickleball and tennis lessons, creating scholarships, helping us to kind of get the kids out of the house and out playing, and it's an opportunity for them to learn something.
I have to say that I had a great experience with the Rotary Club. They've been helping me with my pickleball tournaments. They volunteer. I had so much fun working with the Rotary Club. They've been fantastic. They've been helping me a lot, running the tournament and all kinds of other things.
Yeah, and again, it's given us the opportunity to have kids come in, and at no cost to them to come in. What's the most we had at one time?
Around 16.
Around 16 kids at one time on a weekly basis coming in for hourly lessons.
What I would like to see is that it's the movement, and it's even a part of socializing. The kids get together, they compete at some levels of competition, which is great to see how kids can develop competitiveness in them, the teamwork. That the kids learn how to work with each other, be fair to each other, and and even camaraderie when they get together, and they can socialize at the same time too. Any sport is good for the mental strength, so they can get mentally stronger as they do a wonderful sport of tennis or pickleball.
I'm Natalie Hansen. I'm a Rotarian. In addition to that, I'm the coordinator of the Food for Kids Backpack Program, which was started many, many years ago by a wonderful woman named Martha Murfin, who is extremely well known for everything she did for children in this community. What we discovered, and the reason for the program, was a lot of children only ate at school, breakfast and lunch. They weren't given any food at home for numerous reasons, and they needed to have healthy food. So we started backpacking things that for the lower grades, they could fix themselves. There was nothing to really cook. Then as you got the older grades, like we had the macaroni and cheese that you put in the microwave, which incidentally, in the very beginning, we send out a form to get them enrolled in the program, and it asks if they have a can opener and if they have a microwave. If they don't have those two items, we provide them for the home. Try to do a lot of protein, like the peanut butter, and we put in jelly with it. And the tuna, we always have tuna in there, or some kind of a fish. And the macaroni, but we also, in the fruits and vegetables. But in addition to that, we feel the kids had to have something that was not just nutritious, but fun. So we always put in popcorn that they can put in the microwave. And we usually put in a cookie or some kind of a dessert. We put enough in there for the entire weekend. And if they have siblings at home that are preschool, we include the siblings. We have probably 20 volunteers that work with us to pack healthy food for the children every week. And now the school, thank goodness, that our superintendent, Amy Huntley, and the head of food services, Mary Ann Mott, has just been fantastic. So we were able through that to keep the entire program going and never stopped right from day one. Rotary's been fantastic in helping us financially because it costs us about $3,000 to $3,500 a month to do this program. Because we started with 20 kids and then it got up to 180 kids. Kind of grew and grew. And the Elks, like I say, has been kind enough to donate space and help us out occasionally with some foods. They have a barrel there for specific foods that we put in the backpacks. The Moose has always given us a nice check to help us out because, like I say, this program runs a fortune and we do it all year.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Paliani and I'm a Rotarian. I'm also the Secretary Treasurer of the Ocean Park Food Bank. We serve about 1,200 individuals a month, about between 500 and 600 families. When the pandemic hit, it was horrendous amounts of people. Rotary has helped us out. We've had grants, which enables us to buy food. We don't buy anything but food. So if people donate any kind of non-food items, we give those out as well, but we don't purchase them. Our only other expenses are rent. So the fraternal clubs, the Elks collect some food for us. The Moose has, one time they actually bought us a freezer and they also sometimes collect. The Eagles tends to give us cash once a year. Jackson Okies we work with quite a bit and they cut us a deal if they can. Rotary gave us cash just like the other groups and we were able to do bulk purchase, which is really helpful. The health department helps. They've come out and given us masks. They just gave us another 500 masks the other day. People are very appreciative. Green Bag is one of our programs. It's actually called a simple gesture. This is the bag that gets filled and we pick it up and then we give you a replacement. People have been very, very generous. We just had the Green Bag this last Saturday and got 1,500 pounds of food. Sometimes it's been over 2,000. Some people have been donating cash instead of food also, so that we can just buy what we need. There are all volunteers, no paid staff. We have quite a few volunteers. We have about 30, but I've been working there probably for about 18 years. Made some really good friends. I mean, it's a wonderful program, I think.
My name is Jamie Mealing and I help with Shop with a Cup. Each kid gets the $100 gift card and some of them go hog wild and they spend $100 on themselves and it's right away done. Other ones, they have a list and they come in with their Christmas list that most of them that they have created. And they shop they get everybody, including grandma, something for Christmas, and then they have $5 left over for themselves. This program isn't as much about giving the kids gifts and supporting these families financially as it is making connections with these kids and showing that positive influence that officers can have. They look forward to this event. They love having the interaction with the kids, get to go do something fun, goof around. It's just something they all look forward to every year. And these kids don't see cops necessarily as actual people. And they get down, they have lunch with the kids, they get to ride in their patrol cars. It's a fun day and Cops Run is scary. And that's what's important to me and my family.
Another cool thing that you guys had done that I don't think that you touched on was at the beginning of this COVID. I remember going to McDonald's and purchasing $1,000 in gift certificates. Rotary helped with some of that, fuel cards. Some of the other people that helped with that was like the Baptist Church and some of the private members that belong there. But you guys were a big help with the fuel cards and the gift cards to our local gas stations and our local grocery stores. So that made a direct impact on students I was working with at that time. So that was something that was not talked about today, but that was absolutely, without a doubt, amazing.
Hello again, Mark McGee here again, Rotarian, but this time in the capacity of a member of the COVID response committee. The pandemic coincided with the our 2020 fundraising year efforts. We quickly added a paddle raise to the 2020 auctions to support COVID relief programs that we didn't have yet, but we were about ready, but we knew that would be necessary. The community responded strongly, and those coffers were filled fairly quickly. And so within a month of that, we were able to begin distributing gift cards to directly to people within the community and to programs that support people in the community in need. We were able to distribute cash to various programs to help them with their efforts. And by the fall, based on our reputation, we were then granted some funds from the state of Washington to continue those efforts, which we then worked on over the winter. And what we've begun now, just in the last 6 weeks, is a internet access point for people to go and use a printer, a scanner, or just simply the internet in order to apply for other state and federal programs or support programs. So in doing so, we're increasing access, not just in the community, but well beyond it to the rest of the nation. We could not have done this without the direct support of community members and their donations to the COVID response program. And I know everyone on the committee would like to thank you all for having done so. You've made a huge difference. Thank you.